Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a general message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. If you want to order any of my services, you can always shoot me an email. I'm going to continue to promote my ancestor money for a few days, y'all, for those of you who are not aware. So some of you already know, but I have created ancestor money for the indigenous Americans, melanated Americans here. I recently I'm sending some out to the UK. So obviously anyone can use it, but I created it specifically for the melanated indigenous beings in America because we did not have anything with images of someone who would represent those who are from this land mass, right? So this is the ancestor money. If you are interested, email me. Tarot lessons, tarot sessions, my book, hair, body oils, my decks, whatever. Email me. Let's jump right in. What do you need to know at this time? So let's see. We're going to start off with the Declare and Decree deck. You can always order this deck from me. I just recently got a restock of this deck. And I also got a restock of the Heal Yourself deck for those of you who have been waiting for me to get another set of the Heal Yourself deck. This is for the chakras. If you have blockages with your chakras, it'll tell you which chakra is blocked and why it's blocked. That way you can know what spiritual work to do for yourself to clear that energy. So what do you need to clear from your energy at this time? So I have all demonic forces within my energy are destroyed in spirit and in flesh. My dog chewed up this card a little bit. All demonic forces within my energy are cleared from my... all demonic forces within my energy are destroyed in spirit and in flesh. Okay, so you can screenshot that and burn it. I'm going to take one more today. So I have all unhealthy relationships, friendships, and associations are cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All unhealthy relationships, friendships, and associations are cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. So for some of you, it could be that demonic forces can be like low vibrational energy that's able to attach itself to particular people, things, it just depends on the vibrational frequency of that person or that thing, right? And so if you find that particular relationships or friendships or associations with certain people brings on a particular energy into your life, it's definitely time to reevaluate those connections just to see where you may need to make some adjustments. So let's keep going. I'm going to pull from my Diary of Spiritual Black Sheep deck. You can always order this deck from me if you are interested. Let's see, what do you need to know? And I appreciate all of you who have been sending me well wishes. I have been doing a lot better. My ankle is healed quite well, actually. And so I'm up, moving about. So let's see, this says, you may be searching for clarity about this thing called life and a better understanding on a spiritual level. The answers you need will come to you in the most unexpected ways, and it's important to clear all conditioning and belief systems that may limit your growth. You will find your truth in the world as long as you give yourself permission to seek beyond the boundaries created by others. There's so much more to know. Okay, so seeking clarity on a spiritual level. Different answers. There's going to be unique ways that you get these answers. These spiritual downloads will come through. You will see a lot of synchronicities. You'll get a lot of dreams. I know a lot of you said that your dreams are more heightened. I know mine have been heightened. It's showing me some things that are more personal messages to me where I need to, clean up some energies. Very interesting dynamics, really. And so you will find that your messages will come to you in very unique ways. So you want to be open to that. So let's see. We're going to start off. I'm using my IC Tarot deck. Okay, if you find that these images resonate with you, you can always order this deck. So somebody feels cold. Okay, you're in the sunshine though. You see, it's two opposite energies here. 5 of Pentacles here. Someone feels left out in the cold, but the King of Pentacles is sitting on their throne next to the sun. So I can see you are definitely doing quite well here. The King of Pentacles is an energy of feeling comfortable, feeling stable, secure. And this King of Pentacles looks like they're very optimistic about where the future is headed. The sun is definitely shining down on your energy, okay? Your vibrations are high. There's growth that's happening for you. There's an overflow harvest around you. I can see you being very bold in your pursuits because the sun, this woman is surrounded by sunflowers, which represents that solar plexus chakra, which shows that you are bold and strong. But there is an energy that's outside. It's like from the outside looking in. It's almost like this energy, this person is looking in the window like, it looks cozy in there. They look so happy. You look so peaceful. Maybe you had to leave. You probably did leave these particular people out in the cold, whoever this person is, or it could be multiple people. I have the hermit at the bottom of the deck. So it shows that you have decided to withdraw your energy. And it's one of the best things that you could have done for yourself, because it's actually pushing you in the wheel of fortune. Things are now moving for you. If you felt like they were slow for whatever reason, things have picked up. I want to clarify this wheel of fortune. I'm being called to use the Lenormand deck to clarify this wheel of fortune. Things are picking up. If you felt like they were stagnant, they've now picked up for you. If you felt like you were stuck, if you felt like, things, it was just cold, things were frozen. It's now warming up. Let's see, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the occupation and the mature woman. See, you've grown. You've grown, and so are your skill. Your skill set is also growing. You may find that you are really focused on your gifts, okay? Those things that you want to pour your energy and your time into, you're very focused. You could be up burning a midnight oil for some of you, just very focused on creating something that you're very passionate about. But this is clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, which shows you that you are now in alignment with your destiny. Because you went into hermit mode, you did a lot of work on yourself. You did a lot of soul searching. You got a lot of revelation and enlightenment here. Things are shifting for you in a great way. I want to look into this Wheel of Fortune a little bit more. But it's definitely in alignment with this card from my Diary Spiritual Black Sheep deck, where it says you may be searching for clarity about this thing called life and a better understanding on a spiritual level. That's what the hermit does. Okay, they search for clarity. They go within. They look at their circumstances. They evaluate things. And they gather information. So I can see this is where you're growing. You're finding your truth in the world. And your truth is in alignment with your purpose. It's in alignment with your natural gifts. So let's clarify. The Wheel of Fortune. It's clarified by the Hangman, but the Hangman came out in the reverse here. So remember I was just saying you might have felt stuck. But the Wheel of Fortune finally gets things moving. The Hangman in the reverse is a card of feeling stuck. It's a card of feeling like there are delays that's happening in your life here. But that standstill is no longer a factor. Things now move. Things are now moving for you. Why did things begin to pick up? I know a lot of it has to do with you releasing yourself from particular associations and relationships and people. But let's just clarify that. Why did things pick up for you? Or why are things going to pick up for you? We're all on different timelines. Let's just put that out there. So for some of the chosen seed, you may already see this movement happening in your life. You see these massive changes that are taking place. For others of you, you may still feel like you're at a standstill here. But let's just see, because consider if you're watching this now, I'm looking at why things are picking up for you. So if you feel like you're at a standstill, then this will give you clarity on what you need to do in order to get things moving again. So why have things picked up for you? I just got to pull a card because nothing is flying. So I have here the Two of Wands in a reverse with the Six of Cups. Two of Wands in a reverse with the Six of Cups. Two of Wands in a reverse. Yeah. You probably did. I mean, it's a card of playing it safe, okay? A lack of planning, a lack of foresight. And the Six of Cups is like staying stuck in the past, you know. So not really seeing the future because you was too focused on the past. But now things have shifted because I feel like you've gained clarity during that time of that standstill where you felt stuck. You've gone within, you've done a lot of soul searching. So that standstill was it was a necessary period in your life, okay? It was a necessary time in your life because that standstill gave you the room to evaluate. So none of it was in vain. Let's just put it that way. All of it was for your highest good to get you in alignment with your destiny. Look at that. The Emperor. You've bossed up big time. You've bossed up big time. Okay, no more child's play. The Magician. You've been manifesting out there, y'all. This is what's happened. You got to going into hermit mode showed you a lot. Many of you did a lot of studying. Okay, maybe you learned some things. Maybe you learned some things about yourself because you don't always have to study things outside of yourself. Sometimes you just go within and you start reading your own energy. I saw 11:11 on my timer. So, but many of you, you started tapping in, you know, diving into that deep knowledge, deep wisdom. And this has given you the tools that you need to manifest. Now you feel confident in your ability to create. Mind you, the Emperor and the mature woman is here. So the mature woman is also the Empress. So it could also indicate that you are calling in divine connections that are on your level. Okay. People that are on the same frequency as you. Because remember, this other card was talking about clearing out and eliminating all friendships, associations, and relationships that does not serve your highest good. So now that hermit mode, that isolation, that time alone was a very necessary time because now you're starting to connect with people who are on the same level. You have manifested this. Lots of major arcana, which shows massive change that's happening in your life. I want to look into this Magician. Seven of Cups. Yeah, you've manifested. Many of you ended up manifesting like a lot of creative ideas started flooding in at one time. If you can attest to this, leave a comment below because I've been talking to some people who are also, myself and others, have also been like, wow, it's this surge of creative ideas, this surge of energy that's like, man, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this. And it's like, well, dang, what do I do first, right? Many of you have manifested multiple choices, multiple opportunities, and now it's just a matter of navigating which one do you want to pour your focus in on first, okay? Which one do you want to hone in on first? Because it doesn't say that you can't do all of them. It's just like organizing that creative energy in a way where it makes sense, okay? Where you can make it practical here. So let's see. So I have the Knight of Wands with the Tower in the reverse. A lot of y'all avoided, you took action and you avoided the Tower, okay? Page of Wands is here. By taking action towards, look at that, Seven of Wands, lots of wands here. Many of you healed your sacral chakra. In that isolation, going into hermit mode actually healed your sacral chakra, which means if you ended up, let's just say your healing consisted of being abstaining from sex for a while. That played a major role in your healing and activated your creativity, okay? For others of you, maybe you decided to stop smoking or to stop drinking or to stop doing something that was feeding this insatiable appetite, whatever it was. It could have been overeating. It could have been over shopping, gambling. It could be a number of things, pornography, whatever. You ended up sacrificing something and denying yourself of something, and you avoided a tower. I feel like this tower would have brought about unnecessary lessons that you really didn't need to learn, because I feel like you've already been there, done that. So by denying yourself of whatever this was, standing your ground, protecting your energy, because for others of you, this tower in the reverse, you could have actually denied yourself of being around certain people too. It doesn't have to just be like addictive patterns or unhealthy pleasure-seeking behavior patterns. It can also be just protecting your energy from people who just wasn't healthy for you. Going into hermit mode, soul searching, growing, healing, gaining more wisdom. This has played a massive role in getting your passions back in alignment, Your child, your inner child is healed, is flourishing, and now your imagination is at an all-time high. So when you're in the process of manifesting, it's like, man, you have all of these different ideas. But not only that, but you're also being supplied with the tools that you need in order to bring these visuals into fruition. So let's just say the tools that you needed in order to bring a vision into fruition. Let's just say it was something as simple as time. Time is very valuable, right? By going into isolation and not feeding your energy to, a bunch of energy vampires or people that was just in toxicity, now you've bought yourself time. The time that you need to focus on reading, writing those books, okay, creating, she's creating clothes or whatever she's sewing here, whatever it is, now you have time to do it. This is why it's so essential to evaluate the people that's in your intimate circle, because a lot of times they just pulling on your time and pulling on your energy. And it's like you thinking that you ain't got time. You don't have what you need in order to create certain things. And a lot of times that's the main thing that you need is the space, the climate to focus. And you've created that for yourself. Let me see look at that. The Hermit is at the bottom of the deck. It's reiterating, same energy, different deck. The Hermit. Okay? You had to do some soul searching. You had to go within and spend some time alone. Maybe for some of you, the number 9 is standing out in this reading. For some of you, this is your year right here to go into hermit mode. But it's not just any kind of hermit mode. This is the hermit mode that breeds creative ideas. This is the hermit mode where by the time you come out, you have created this massive project or this massive creative idea that's going to be very successful. This type of hermit mode right here is not just to sit still. This is a different type of hermit mode. This one is to focus on your creative ideas. And I say it's not the same type because for other times, the hermit mode can deal with just being by yourself, learning how to be by yourself, right? Learning how to embrace your own company, to learn yourself, to heal, right? To rest, to rejuvenate, to restore, but to also purge. That type of hermit mode is different from the one that I'm picking up here. This one is the one where you are cultivating and creating things, okay? So let's see. So then I have the King of Cups that comes out here. Of course, that is all about self-love, being emotionally balanced, okay? Emotional balance. So I feel like now you don't have these energies around you that's throwing you off emotionally, okay? You're not off balance. You're in alignment. You're on the right frequency in order to create. I don't know. I feel called to pull from this deck. Generally, I don't use this deck, but we'll see. What's supposed to come out here? So there are some people who feel left out in the cold, right? They feel like you just completely isolated yourself from them, but you're not doing this out of spite. You're doing this because this is a necessary time. You need this time. This is a time that you need to cultivate, okay? So this says driver, navigator of journeys. Yeah, you took the steering wheel of your life. That's what this is saying. You've taken the steering wheel of your life. For some of you, you may be like a driver. You might be a truck driver. You might be going to school to get your CDL or something like that. And you needed the time and the space to just focus on your vision. But for others of you, this is just you taking the steering wheel of your life and saying, you know what? It's time for me to just focus. I have somewhere that I want to be. So this says manipulative. Yeah, you had to, you cut ties with those people who had malicious intentions for sure. Okay. Spiteful individuals who really, their apologies were very disingenuous. So you released yourself from these individuals. Let's just see. You have the card of soldier, guardian of nations, loyalty, honor, integrity, selfless service. Okay, some of you might have been in the service, but for others of you, you recognize that this was a war, okay? This was a war that you was in. It was like spiritual warfare that was preventing you from realizing your position here, realizing your purpose, realizing your gifts and your potential. And so you stood up for yourself. You said, I'm going to take back control over my life. I'm going to take the driver's seat of my life. I'm going to put you, it's like you had to get out there on the front line and start, you know, checking folks, knocking them down one by one. Okay? You had to do that for yourself. You had to go, you know, cold on a lot of people. I have this card that says romantic. For some of you, you had to release romantic connections. For others of you, you had to embrace certain connections that's actually in alignment with you now. And you might have had to get rid of certain people who were just negative energy that did not support you being in healthy relationships or didn't support you being a healthy minded person. It's really unfortunate, but it's true that certain relationships only support toxicity. Okay? Being around certain people, the only time that y'all have something in common is when it supports trauma bonding, it supports addictive patterns, it supports toxicity. But you learned the importance of taking your power back and surrounding yourself with positive energy. And if you could not find that, let's just say you looked around and your entire social circle was toxic, then that means you go into hermit mode and you isolate yourself from everybody. That's it, and that's all. Like you will, the wheel of fortune with the emperor and the empress just strongly indicates that you will attract your tribe. You will attract people that's on the same level as you. But you had to isolate yourself. So look at that. I just told you. This says community. You will attract people who are in alignment with you. But see, this card came out. It says party animal. So I feel like in the past, those people that you were surrounded by, that's all they wanted to do. Okay? For some of you, this may not be for everybody, but if you had people around, the only thing they knew to do was to turn up, overdrink, smoke, spend their money on things, frivolous things, not focused on anything in particular, very shallow, and only focused on clout, right? What other people thought of them, but not doing any type of internal work. These people you've removed yourself from, and now you are surrounding yourself with a new community of people. I feel like these are people who have healed their inner child. So definitely swapping out energies. It says gentle. So you're being gentle with yourself here. There's also, on the other side, it says feminine. So you could be focused on self-care, healing, self-care, being the better version of yourself, okay? I have the card of impatient and impulsive. So now I feel like you're learning how to value time again. I feel like that's what that's saying. You're learning how to value time again. When things are slow, because see, if you was used to the fast life, okay, constantly being out, constantly looking for something to do, needing to have somebody in your energy, even if it was toxic, that hermit mode could have been a little painful, right? That would be the first phase of hermit mode, where it's like, dang, you just felt like you wasn't living because somebody told you that living meant you was constantly just out there trashing your body, surrounded by toxic people, loud, just for no reason, right? Getting into arguments, just being around the most toxic people, a lot of these shows, Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, and, just a lot of these so-called reality shows, ain't nothing real about them. But they give you this false narrative that living means that it's loud, it's in your face, it's drama, right? You have to have the bigger, the deeper the crowd, the more, or the more clout you have, the more popularity you have, the more relevant you are, right? The more accomplished you are. These are all false narratives. And I feel like initially that hermit mode was a very uncomfortable space for some of you, okay? But you started to see that you was changing. It was actually changing you for the better. And now I feel like you embrace this energy. You embrace it so much so that you're not just sitting back, just feeling discontent and bored. No, you are now tapping into your natural gifts and focusing in on things that's actually enhancing your life. So let me see. I'm going to take a few more cards here. And for those of you who are alchemists out there, I'm going to pull some cards to give you some guidance on what you could be doing. Writing on your candles to create. So look at this. This is the Judgment card. You've made a final decision. I feel like your spiritual team has also made a final decision upon, the energies that tried to hold you back, that tried to bind you to them, or tried to put an anchor on you so that you wouldn't walk away, so that you wouldn't go towards healthier relationships, or, focus on those creative ideas, because they might have been very well aware of how creative you really are. And they didn't want you to realize your natural gifts. Oh, excuse me. But now those energies no longer have control. Your spiritual team has made a judgment call. Judgment is being called upon your enemies, but you have also made a final decision that you're ready for a new beginning. You're ready for change. Look at that. 10 of Swords is in a reverse. People can't hurt you anymore. The Magician is at the bottom of the deck. You are the master manifester. Okay, you got all the tools that you need to create what you want. You're not afraid of your magic anymore. 6 of Pentacles. So you will attract more abundance into your life, people who support your vision. Look at that, 3 of Cups in a reverse. I told you had to let go of those false friendships, because these are people that don't like themselves. They don't like each other, but they come around because it's always something to gossip about. It's always something to talk about. It's always, an overindulgence, other people around that helps them to feel better about their own vices, right? Because this is what they do. If you have people around you who they drink just as much as you, if not more. They smoke just as much as you, if not more. They fight, they have unhealthy relationships. Then it makes you feel like there's a sense of normalcy, about that type of life. And so I feel like that's what you used to surround yourself with. And not, for everybody, it wasn't addictions to that degree, right? It could just be, again, trauma bonding, emotional codependency, unhealthy communication, just thriving on negativity. It's like, no, not anymore. High Priestess is here with the Knight of Swords in a reverse. You're moving in silence. And this is increasing your confidence in major ways, okay? Moving in silence is increasing your confidence in major ways. Look at that. The Emperor is here, but it's in a reverse. Somebody did not want you to. So a lot of people didn't want to see you on your throne here. They didn't want you in this Emperor or Empress energy. Of course not. This is power right here. When you've healed and you've matured and you know who you are and you set healthy boundaries and you start taking a lead in your life, right? This is power. So you had to release those people that wasn't in alignment with you. You started to see the true nature of these connections here. So the High Priestess just shows that you've done the internal work. Some of you are being called to do spiritual work specifically, okay? And you now feel far more confident to pursue these things because you don't have the naysayers around who are sending the evil eye or who are trying to discourage you from your purpose because they don't understand it. You see what I'm saying? That's no longer a hindrance for you. So I can see where change is happening in a great way. Look at that. They wanted to stop you, though. Goodness gracious, did they? Because the 6 of Swords also came out in the reverse. They wanted you stuck dealing with them in the drama. See, the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, remember, the King of Pentacles was one of the first ones that came out in the upright. They did not want to see you take action towards your healing. They didn't want to see you on a spiritual journey. So let me see. I'm going to take one card to close out, y'all. Oh, I don't want to forget. I'm going to pull some cards from my Write, Burn, and Create deck so that you can write on your candles those things that you like to create. So final card from this deck, it says, patience is key at this time in your life. It may seem as if it's taken a long time for something to grow, but stay highly vibrational and keep nurturing it. Release the toxic energy and fears so that you may focus on thriving. Didn't I tell you that's what this whole thing is all about? This is from my Diary of Spiritual Black Sheep deck. This makes the message very, very plain. So if you already read and you just want to have a narrative to give you a full picture of what's going on, these cards are for you, okay? Now, this is saying to be patient. Whatever you're working on, whatever it is, everybody is doing something different out there, okay? Be patient. Pour into your vision. Pour into your gift. You will see growth, okay? You will see change. You will see growth. It's just a matter of perseverance, okay? Whatever you're working on, whatever it is. So let's just see. This is my Write, Burn, and Create deck. I don't talk about this deck enough, but I use it all the time for myself. This stack will tell you what you should be writing on your candles to create, to call in, to manifest. You have the Magician coming out twice, so you are definitely being called to tap into your alchemy. Use those natural gifts that the Most High Mother and Father has given you to shift your circumstances. They don't give you these gifts for nothing. You know, it's for you to change your life. That's your ability as the co-creator of your life. You have the free will to utilize that. So this says, I attract wealth from the north, south, east, and west. So you want to write this on a candle. I attract wealth from the north, south, east, and west. Let's take one more. Well, shoot. Guess it's meant y'all got 3 more that came out. So we'll take all of them. I am a teacher and healer to many. I am a teacher and healer to many. That's for those of you who are high priestess and high priest out there, okay? I am a teacher and healer to many. Then the other one says, I attract wealth, prosperity, and good fortune. I attract wealth, prosperity, and good fortune. Last one says, I create a great and exciting life. I create a great and exciting life, okay? So write those things on your candle. All 4 messages will fit on one candle. Okay. Give thanks to the Most High and your spiritual team for helping you to call those things in and aligning you with the frequency and the energy that you need to be on in order to attract these things. And let's see. I'll take one last card and close out, y'all. Okay. Look at that. Wow. 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 Okay. 9 of Pentacles. I said one last card and they said we're giving you 3 just to reiterate this message. Okay, this is not a game. 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. You are going to be sitting very, very pretty, very, very handsome out there. Life is going to be very good for you when it comes to your wealth and your abundance. All you got to do is keep focusing in on whatever it is you're doing. Okay, there's an opportunity that is here. And you will see a lot of harvest, okay? Very, very abundant. An overflow of wealth and abundance in your life. Keep going. Keep going. Write those affirmations on that candle and keep going. That's my message for you all. I love you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all next time.